So most people are really thinking too complex when it comes to building their own SaaS product. And I know it sounds kind of controversial, but I promise you there's really some truth to it. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own SaaS product in under 60 days. All right, so before we start, who am I to make this claim and how do I know it's possible to ship a SaaS in under 60 days? Well, I've built multiple SaaS products and scaled my most recent one, Upvoted.com, to over $50,000 in MRR, monthly recurring revenue. By the way, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, because next week I'm going to drop a breakdown of how I'm exactly scaled my SaaS product to over $50,000. But yeah, basically, shipping a SaaS into the world doesn't have to be hard and complex. It's actually what I exactly teach in my 5-star rated SaaS course, which is linked down below. I've also linked to my free SaaS masterclass if that's something you want to start with. But yeah, as you'll see in this video, it's literally possible to do it in about 60 days. I've done it myself. I've seen people do it. And the best example would be to watch Mark Liu. If you don't know him yet, go check him out here on YouTube or on Twitter as well. And the best part, he actually created a boilerplate, which makes it even faster to launch your software product if you know how to code. I'll link to that product in the description below. But yeah, I heard super good things about it. Lots of devs are actually using this boilerplate to ship products faster and are having lots of success with it. So do check it out. Again, linked down below. But yeah, let's dive into it, right? So how to build a SaaS in 60 days. And obviously, the first step we have to do before we actually start building the product is a mindset shift, right? To accomplish building a SaaS in 60 days, it's really a matter of committing to a tight schedule and give it your best. And no worries, the framework I'm going to provide you today will help you do it. So if you're building a product, you find it hard to actually ship your product, this video is for you. So what does the schedule look like? It looks like this. So day 1 to 7, ideation. Day 8 to 13, validation. Day 14 to 40, build. Day 41 to 50, iterate on feedback. 51, 59, start sharing publicly. And day 60, the fun part, launch. All right. So let's start with the first one, right? Day 1 to 7, ideation. So in the first 7 days, you're going to research on your idea, all right? You're going to research on the existing competitors, the current solutions in the market, and the idea in general. Now, the goal here is to align your idea with what the current market offers and needs, because often your idea is just a thought in your head, right? But it's almost never what the rest of the world wants. So you need to investigate that. A couple of ways you can do that. Now, like I said, look up your competition. See how their product looks like. See what they're doing marketing-wise, etc. Also, a good one is to look up reviews of your competitors and see what their current user base likes and dislikes. So use Product Hunt or review sites like G2. Make a list of all the pros and cons, and of course, double down on the cons, because those can really be your strong USPs, right? Now, another thing you can do is to deep dive into forums where your target audience is active and see what they're really talking about to uncover pain points and needs. Things you can convert into solutions, aka features. Now, day 8 to 13 would be to validation. From day 8 to 13, you're going to validate your product's idea. Now, to make it easy and quick, it's best to just ship a small landing page with a sign-up form and some explanation about your product on this page. It's exactly what I did before I launched my SaaS product Upvoted. So let me search on Google. I think it's Upvoted MVP. Yeah, that's the one. This is the exact landing page I used before we even started building the product. So just to ship the idea into the world and see if people were interested. Now, the trick here, obviously, is to get it in front of your audience, right? Your target audience, to have people to sign up, right? So research where they're active. Like, for example, I used Facebook groups, or you can use niche-specific forums, or maybe your target audience is on Twitter, whatever. Just get it in front of them. And then what you're going to do is to talk to these people, right? Send them a personalized email, get them on your support chat. That's why I actually recommend installing a chat messenger like Crisp Chat from day one to get the conversation going, or if you can, get them on a one-on-one call with you. The thing is, these few days are really here to learn if your idea is in fact aligned with that of your potential customers, right? What they want and need. Nothing more. That's it. All right, so we'll move on to the next step, day 14 to 40, build. Now, if your idea is something your audience would like to have, you can go on and build it, right? If not, go back to step 1, refine your idea, or pivot to a completely new idea. But if it's aligned, you can start building. Now, this is the tricky part. If you're a coder yourself, you can definitely get a first working prototype built in day 14 to 40, right? Because, and this is important, you're not going to build a super extensive and complex version of the product. It needs to be about the basic stuff. In general, when it solves one or two core problems of your audience, you're really good to go. So whatever you do, don't overthink, get it to work and go. Again, you can use a boilerplate like we talked about before, which makes this process even easier. Again, link down below. Now, if you're not a coder, you can either start with no code, but in my experience, it's not good enough and it becomes way too complex pretty soon and you'll need to hire a developer anyway. So the better option, number 2, is to actually hire a developer right from the get-go. Now, you can either pay and hire, or you can hire someone as your co-founder, right? That's up to you. Both have pros and cons, but that's for a different video. Now, most importantly, if you want to keep the pace at this point, you do want to hire a developer before you reach this step, actually. So as soon as you find validation for your product in step 2, go and start talking to devs and get them on board. Again, no matter if you code yourself or you hire someone to do it for you, think about what we said earlier. Just build a small working prototype that solves one or two core features. That's how you keep speed and momentum. And yeah, it's also important for the next step actually, which is day 41 to 50, iterate on feedback. Because in day 41 to 50, you are going to iterate on feedback from the people that know of your idea or even the people you onboarded in the trial or beta version. So in the last couple of weeks, you've built a waiting list through the MVP, the landing page, and you need to get those potential users on board to try out the first beta version, right? That you either build yourself or that you outsource to a developer. You need to get them on the beta as soon as possible. Just let them play around, let them uncover bugs and give feedback, right? Use a tool like Feedify. This is a shameless plug for my own software, but really a tool like Feedify is to proactively gather that feedback from those users. And you have to iterate on that feedback to optimize your product's version. Because most likely, even now in this particular stage, you're going to need to pivot here and there. Most likely, users are going to need different kind of features to solve their problems, right? And that's exactly why I stressed about building just one or two core features in the previous step. Because doing so, you can now quickly act and adjust, which you can do if you focus too much on building a complete and advanced product, right? Now, the fun part, day 51 to 59, start sharing publicly. So from day 51 to 59, you're going to share your product in public and announce your launch date. You're going to warm up your launch, get everyone excited, onboard even more beta users, let them try the product as an early bird, maybe even provide a nice little discount if they're willing to purchase before launch date. This is exactly what I did when I launched my product Upvote in beta, and we actually acquired the first $1,000 in MRR during this period. So it's a highly underrated thing to get this offer out to your first beta users. And again, I share exactly how I did it in my SaaS course. If you want to learn more about these kind of strategies, and yeah, there's a video about how to build an MVP, how to launch in private beta. And yeah, I exactly outline how I converted my first beta users into paying customers. So those videos are really helpful. But yeah, after you've done this accordingly, day 60 is here, the launch day. So on day 60, you're going to ship your product into the real world. You launch everywhere possible, Product Hunt, Reddit, to your waiting list, to all of the other platforms out there, right? Get it in front of your target audience. And here's the most important thing: block out one whole week to, again, listen, talk, get feedback from all of these new users on your platform. Use your chat messenger. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, to uncover all of these pain points and needs from your potential customers. Send every new trial sign up a personalized email from you as the founder. Basically, all of these valuable feedback you're getting is a roadmap for what the product needs for version 2. But yeah, other than that, in a nutshell, this is really how you can launch a SaaS product within 60 days. Now, if you want to learn more about building or scaling a SaaS, do check out my free SaaS masterclass in the description. Or if you're an action taker, get my 5-star rated all-in-one SaaS course. And with that, you'll also get access to the helpful SaaS community with over 500 founders. Both are linked in the description below. And with that, until the next one.